Hi guys. So something different. We are not in tourism and not in navigation. So, yeah. And we are not a tower company either. So see, basically, Idea Brahma is a company that creates. It's the power of Brahma to create things. And what we have actually done is something wonderful for the environment, which is actually a problem from the tower, the existing mobile towers. I can just relate to one of the major companies in India, which operates almost 1.25 lakh plus towers. Okay, and these are the three areas where the issues are. Okay, and I think, like all of you know, the tower companies use the highest diesel apart from transport, and this particular company that we work with used almost 2,000 crores of diesel every year. Okay. Now the biggest issue which came up was that the technicians who are supposed to maintain this tower, they wouldn't really go to the tower at all. They would just sit at home, fill up all the reports, and then do that. So this was the first issue. Second thing is, every tower has something like three sources of power, which is the main EV, DG, and the battery backup. And the number of paper that is used to maintain all these records is something like 400 to 500 pages per tower. And when you really add up all this, definitely it is not green telecom. It is totally different. So there is excessive power wastage. There is also paper and all that. So how did we really look at this problem in three categories? One is fraud management, which was happening at a technician level. Second is loss of revenue. The theft of diesel is one of the most stringent issues in any tower company. And in some places, in certain areas that we have seen, there was also a makeshift diesel bunk, which was actually siphoned out diesel from different towers, and then there was a facility to vend it to end customers. And of course, the environmental issues, because most of the times there are some, due to any technical issues, the generator keeps running forever, and even without tripping. So these are the challenges. So what we did was we came up with a solution which is mobile based, and particularly that can be used by a technician. Yeah. First thing is, we have used certain fundamental concepts of how we can do these things. We have used a simple phone, a GPS enabled phone, and that has a biometric addition as well. The way it works is, the user has to take this device to the tower. Only then the app starts. He can't switch on this app without being in front of the tower. And this work list is populated by the tower command. So for every technician, he gets a work list of some 10 tasks. He has to go to the tower, the application starts. Once the application starts, it will recognize biometric, even capture his photo, and then it will allow him to do the next steps. And what we have done is completely paperless entry. There is no need to enter any data. The mobile connects to the power interface unit directly to this cable, and then it takes out this data and sends it to the command. So the technician need not actually do anything from a data entry point. So this is the first thing that we eliminated. So we eliminated paper. We eliminated the problem of a technician physically attending to a particular tower. These two are taken care. And third thing that we have also done is, when the technician is in the field, when he is there to solve a particular problem, the biggest issue comes is training him for any issues. So here, this is a small screen. Basically what we have done is, we have used methods to train on the field in local language with voice, so that suppose if the DG is not starting, it will actually give him ability to service it with audio visual aids to solve the problem on the spot. Okay, so these are the certain things that we have put it into the product, and so pretty much we have seen good success of this solution. One as a pilot, and next we are rolling out into the main version. And this whole thing works out of even smaller phones. It's not necessarily to be a high-end smartphone. A phone with GPS is more than enough. And this is how the environment and this is how the way it works. Yeah. And because of this, there's also a possibility of carbon credit. That's one of the key things. If you really take the numbers, it is a direct saving of anywhere between 8 to 10% of the total diesel consumption. So in reality, it will be somewhere between 150 to 200 crores per year. That's what we did as a difference. Thank you.
All right, that's very interesting, interesting application. Yes, folks, questions, please.
Yeah, the majority of them are the car companies. Yeah, it is a one-time training, but predominantly we have a education module as a part of the device, so that this can be even on the field.
Yeah, there's another question. Yes, please. Just pass the mic back. Yeah.
Yeah. See, basically what happens is, first of all, the diesel tanks are also connected to the PIU, Power Interface Unit. The diesel nozzle can't be opened without authentication. Today what happens is anyone can just open the diesel nozzle and then take the diesel out. So the best thing that we have done is it's all connected, and the technician doesn't need to do anything manually. He will go put this cable into the PIU and it actually does all the work.
So sounds very nice. Now my question is that technician is going to get rid of this phone very quickly. Because this was a practical problem. There was a logistics company which gave, GPS-enabled mobiles to all the truckers, and the truckwalas took the SIM out and wanted to use it themselves, and they don't want to be giving away their position. So what happens? Do you have a manual override?
No, actually,
I'm a remote tower, and I've got this lovely device. I shove it into the water and I say, "Kharab ho gaya, sahab, ab kya kare?"
Yeah, actually what we have done for that is we have a proxy authentication. For example, if one device fails and one of the technician has either destroyed or is doing something, I can actually change the roles to another supervisory phone which can be used.
Okay.
So that is one of the things that we have done. And secondly, in certain cases, in fact, when I took the solution to Etisalat to Dubai, they were asking for elimination of the technicians also.
Yeah, I mean, that's the next thing. I don't want a guy out there, can't I remotely control all this and,
They wanted it to be a completely integrated system within the tower.
So I can see, the government's having huge challenges as part of the NREGA program in making payments and authentication or delivery on the spot. So I don't know whether it can apply or not. But I think we leave it open to that, and 3 cheers and happy times there. Thank you very much.
Thank you.